Next feature we're going to look at in APS is the ability to model electrical infrastructure. This will allow you to report the power requirements as well as the cable requirements for your electrical dig units and drills. So under production mode features, there's a few options we can turn on. Modeling the switches and on-bench cables allows you a bit more detail, and you'll be able to draw your cables within the animation themselves. Before we go down through all the steps in APS, there's a little bit of setup in Hall Infinity. You'll have to turn on model your electrical infrastructure, create a new cable type, and then in the network we can switch to our electrical infrastructure mode, draw out where the main cables are going to lie, as well as put the substations in where they will sit. Back in the APS setup, the loaders as well as the drills, you'll be able to now select a power type, whether they're diesel or electric, and then set the trailing cable settings there as well. Substations and switches, the substations can have a power constraint, so if instantaneous power can only be so much, it will start to restrict dig units. And then the switch is a little bit more configuration, mainly how it's going to be visualized, but you can still set the constraint, the peak instantaneous constraint, as well as which substation you're hooking up to. In the schedule, once it is set up and run, you can see here that we are reporting out how much usage we're getting. So substation 1 is getting used at the full amount. We see down here some reporting as well for both the substations and the switches. In the animation, there will be a new mode where you can turn on our electrical infrastructure. This allows us to place the switches using the panel down below. You see we've got two switches, or two positions here. Each will have its own time so that it can move around at a certain time in the schedule, and you can set a cable route associated with each one. And as we go through the animation, we can see that dig unit moving and how that cable should be looking on the ground and moving along. And at this point in time, we can see that it's actually jumping to the secondary location. That switch is going to get moved, and we can run the cable around the outside of the pit on this side.